Hello and welcome to Bookly Fun. If you're brand new and this is your first time visiting, welcome and I hope you have a fun time chatting about books. If you're not new, well, welcome back. It's very nice to see you. So today we will be going over my March wrap-up and my April TBR. So March was an interesting-ish reading month for me. I just because of like circumstances and how I tried to do a 24-hour readathon like 3 times, failed each time, but I did start the month off with one book, and that was Walk Two Moons by Shannon Creech. I listened to it via audiobook, so I don't have it, but I first read Walk Two Moons back in 6th grade for a school assignment, and I enjoyed it. I liked it. I would have probably given it a four stars, or wait, sorry, four and a half stars, that if I had Goodreads at that point. But listening to it as an adult, or like reading, listening, whatever, as an adult, I ended up giving it a 3-star. And it's not because I didn't enjoy it as much. Different perspectives is all. I mean, to be fair, it has been like what, 8 years since I've read that. So yeah. Then I read His and Hers by Alice Feeney. And this one I read because obviously the show had kind of just came out on Netflix, and my parents were watching it, but they had only gotten very little far into it. What I meant to say is not very far into it, and so I decided, hey, if I run through this enough, fast enough, which that and Sarah in the same sentence should not be together, I could watch the show with you guys. So I would read the book and then watch the first episodes, therefore I was caught up with them, and then watch the rest of the show with them. That obviously did not happen, and but I still gave it 5 stars. I mean, it was awesome. I really liked it. And then I watched the show, and the book I gave a 5 stars. The show I would give a 4.5, a 4.5 star. And that's not anything against the show or anything. And obviously, they can't put everything from the book into its adaptation, but they did do justice to most of the book, and that I really enjoyed. So His and Hers by Alice Feeney was my first 5-star of the month, and you'll see it's the start of what I'm gonna call the 5-star stretch. Then I listened to Spare by Prince Harry. That one was another 5 stars, and I'm not interested in Prince Harry or anything, but I really like when memoirs are read by the author, because you get that emotion and stuff that you don't get if you're one, reading it with your eyes, or two, it's being read by someone else. The only exception with that was The Woman in Me, the Britney Spears memoir, and that's because she said it was said in the author's note, like, this is too emotional for me, so I, like, someone else is reading it, basically. I think I still gave that one a 5-star. But I just prefer when memoirs and stuff are read by the actual author, because, like I said, you get that real emotion and all of that. So, but another 5-star out of the bag. And then I read The Housemaid now I'm going on to the books that I have physically. So my next read was The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. This one was another 5 stars. I had been putting this off forever, and I just, for whatever reason, couldn't get into it. Don't know what it was. Probably the timing of me reading it and all that. And if you know me, you know that if I can't get into a book, if it takes me like 4 or 5 times to get into a book, I will pick up the audiobook. And so that's what I did with Housemaid. And in the end, I really ended up enjoying it. Another 5-star. I love Freida McFadden as an author. Everyone can say what they want to say about her as an author. Like, she's bad writing, the twists are bad, or she's a bad writer, the twists are bad, blah, blah, blah. All her books are the same. You guys can say what you all want to say. I really enjoy her writing. I really love the twists. I remember last year reading Never Lie, and I really enjoyed that so much. And I really like her writing, and the fact that she's also like a practicing like neuro person fascinates me. But I really like her writing. If you're looking for a new thriller author, Freida McFadden, I would recommend. Then I listened to another Freida McFadden book called Death Row, which this one was the first book in like an Amazon Original Stories collection titled Alibis. And so the premise of that one was this woman is on death row because she was convicted of killing her husband, but she didn't kill her husband. And basically who she thought she killed didn't actually die at all. And that is an example of Freida McFadden doing wonderful plot twists. And that was, I think, less than 100 pages. But I still really, really enjoyed it. Then we have The Ex-Wives Club by Sally Hepworth. That one was another 5 stars for me, and I like Sally Hepworth's writing. I actually even have another book by her called Darling Girls. And I've tried to get into that one via audiobook. not the timing. Whenever I decide to pick Darling Girls up, it's apparently not the time. But anyway, going back to the Ex-Wives Club, that was another 5-star for me. As I said, I just really liked it. It was an interesting premise and all of that. Yeah. Then, sorry, I'm looking at my computer for all my, like, notes. And then the 5-star streak ends when I read When Night Breaks. This is the second and final book in the Kingdom of Cards duet. I really liked it. Not obviously a 5-star, but I liked it. And I think I also gave When Dreams Where Dreams Descend, or whatever the first book's called. I think I gave that a 4.5, whatever. Same rating camp. But yeah, I liked it. Then I read False Note, which, going back to the Alibis collection, that one was a 4-star for me. Mind you, this one got translated because it wasn't originally written in English. So, with that comes the caveat of, is it the reader's fault for not understanding what's happening and stuff, or is it the translator's fault? Which I've never really had a reading dilemma like that before, because I don't tend to read translated works, like, from different languages. But yeah, I gave that one a 4-star. I just don't think I got it. I don't think it was the translator's fault. I think the translator did an amazing job. Mind you, didn't read it in the initial language, but sorry about that. But I feel like the translator did a good job. I just think it is the camp of the reader didn't understand it. And it's not my number one genre that I read, but I do like swayed towards thrillers. And yeah, and then I read, so this was, during my first thoughts of a 24-hour readathon, and I was like, yeah, I'll like read an audiobook each and all of that. So I read both Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. I will just warn you for other reading wrap-ups I do, I give these books a 4-star. And it's not because I have anything against them, like, they're nostalgic and all of that, but still, 4-star. I mean, these are 4-star. I listened to Sorcerer's Stone. I think it took me 2 days to read it. Or to read 2 days to, like, listen to it. And then, obviously, because I thought, oh, I'll do a readathon, or a 24-hour readathon, I listened to Chamber of Secrets in one day. I will admit that I did fall asleep while listening, but I didn't rewind it or anything because I've read these like so many times that I remembered what happened. Plus, I was also going to watch the movie. So, not all of it, as I was saying with His and Hers, but most of what I missed would be in the movie anyway. So, it's not like I technically missed anything. But yeah, so I read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone and then Chamber of Secrets. And then I finally finished Caught Up by Nevessa Allen. This one was a 5 stars. I really love Junior. I really love Lauren. Like, mind you, it's not lights out 5 stars, but it's 5 stars. And actually, I finished this, I think, the Saturday before Game On release day, and I did place an order for that. So I got this done. Perfect timing. My order is not supposed to be here until like Tuesday. So, spoiler warning for my reading wrap up for April, because I will definitely be reading Game On in April. So, finishing a series. Yay! And then, for the last of the books that I actually own, I listened to Prisoner of Azkaban. Mind you, this was during my second attempt of a 24-hour readathon, and I thought I could listen to this all in one day. I did. I listened to all 11 hours and something minutes of it in one day. And this is honestly where we start getting on the thicker side. So, one, if you think I'm going to do a 24-hour readathon in April, I'm not. I'm going to save that for June, actually. And I'm also just, like, having all the Harry Potter books, specifically narrated by Jim Dale, on my Libby. Through my library, I'm having all the audiobooks placed on hold. So that means I have Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and Deathly Hallows all on Libby, all on hold. And also because starting with Goblet of Fire, we're somewhat getting on the thicker side, I'm not going to be able to listen to this all in one day. Absolutely not. It's gonna take like 2, maybe 3 max. I don't know. But, yeah. So that is it for my wrap up for all the books I own. Also, as I said, when I presented Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, I gave all of these a 4 star. So, just want to reiterate that. And then I listened to all 4 of these on the last day of March. And so I listened to The House on Mango Street. Mind you, these books were not very long. So I could listen to all 4 of these in one day. So I listened to The House on Mango Street, which that one, surprise, surprise, was another one that I read for school, except this time I was a freshman in high school when I read that. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm sorry. That was terrible. But that was a 3-star for me. I don't know what I would have rated it if I had Goodreads. If I had like Goodreads and was frequently updating it. But that's that. Then I read The Skydivers, which, again, so these last 3 books are finishing up or are wrapping up the Allies collection. So The Skydivers, it was alright. I gave it a 4-star, and I mean, yeah, I gave it a 4-star. I liked it, definitely on 5-star material, but I did like it. Then we have Good Neighbors by Chad Zunker. Now, I really like Chad Zunker, so that is another like thriller author I would recommend is Chad Zunker, because I gave both Good Neighbors and The Wife You Know, which are the 2 books I've read by him. I gave both of them a 5-star. I really like his writing. I don't know what it is really, but I just really like his writing. And then I had Small Things by Wanda M. Morris. I think that's her name. I don't know. That one was a 4-star for me as well. And I mean, as I've been saying for all of my 4 stars, I liked it. It just wasn't 5-star material. So that is the... Why am I doing this? I don't know. That is the end of my March reading wrap-up. And now we're on to my April TBR. So I have a stack of 5 books here. And yeah. So the first book that I have is Heart of the Dragon. This is a supernatural book. I believe this is number 4 in the series. And it's by Keith R.A. DiCanito, and he has written 3 of the books in the Supernatural series, including the one I'm going to mention next. This one I have read before, and I really liked it. So hopefully I like it again. I think I gave this I don't know, but it was a high range book when I first read it. So let's keep that energy. And then I have Nevermore, also by Keith R.A. DiCanito. And this is actually the first book in the Supernatural series. Very, very floppy. And I have read this one multiple times, even though it doesn't look like it, but I've read this multiple times. I think this will be read number 3 for me. So yeah, I am excited. Like I said, with Heart of the Dragon, I really like his writing, and so hopefully, because I like his writing, I zoom through these. Actually, as I look in the next Supernatural book on the stack, these ones are all rereads. Huh. I really like his writing, and hopefully it stays the same, my rating stays the same or changes. Who knows? But then I have War of the Suns by Rebecca Desertine and David Reed. So, Rebecca Desertine, however you pronounce her name, is actually, or was actually, one of the writers for the show. So that's really cool. I think she wrote, I know she wrote another book in this series. I think it was 1 Year Gone. And that one I absolutely despise. I didn't absolutely despise it. It's not my worst book out of the entire series of the ones I've read. I just didn't like it. And I also don't actually remember anything of this book. So hopefully, Hopefully this time is better and I may retain something. Then I have Road Trip with the Vampire by Jenna Levine. This is the third and final book in the My Vampire series. And I really enjoyed both My Roommate is a Vampire and My Vampire Plus One. I gave My Roommate is a Vampire 5 stars, and I think I may have given My Vampire Plus One like a 4-star. That one I didn't enjoy as much, but hopefully I like this one better. So in April, I'm already planning to finish 2 series, and because I am planning on finishing 2 series in the month of April, I will reward myself with starting another one. And the series I'm going to be starting is The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. This one is an emotional book that I've heard, and it's actually kind of been announced, or I don't know if it's actually been announced, I don't know, that there will be a 3rd book in this series coming out in October of this year, of 2026. So I kind of want to read The Way I Used to Be and the 2nd book, The Way I Am Now, before October, so that way I don't have to play catch up and then miss like the hype of the 3rd book. So, and with that, that is my April TBR. And also my March wrap-up, which I'm not wanting to hold up like this. So I am really hoping that this will be the first successful month of me reading my actual TBR. And yeah, so that'll actually be exciting if I can mark off 5 for 5 on my TBR. But yeah, with that said, if you like this video, and also if you like hearing people yap about books, then maybe consider subscribing. If you liked this video, obviously like it, and also hit that notification bell so you never miss another yap. Also, comment down below if you actually think I'm gonna finish my April TBR or not, because I do tend to be a slow reader. So, all the merry, and also maybe I might find some other books and not finish my TBR. I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic here and say that I am gonna finish my 5-book TBR for the month. But this month is booked and busy with school, so not quite sure. Anyway, I will be letting y'all go now. And have an absolutely wonderful week, rest of your month, whatever, and I will see you next time.